Experts suggest that men may give birth with uterus transplant. Yes, you heard me right. When Chelsea Jovanovich was 15, she learned that she didn't have a uterus. That was a result of her having MRKH syndrome, a rare congenital disorder that is estimated to occur in 1 in every 4,500 females. Such a diagnosis meant she'd never be able to carry a pregnancy on her own. Her only options would be adoption or surrogacy. Then Jovanovich learned about the possibility of a uterus transplant, which is when a person received a uterus transplant from a living or deceased donor. The surgery of a transplant from a living person remains rare and is still in early clinical trial stages. To date, only 20 have been performed in the United States as of April 2021. 50 had been performed around the world through April 2019. In February 2020, she successfully received a uterus from a woman named Cheryl Cichonski-Urban, who had already given birth to 2 healthy babies. After a successful transplant, Jovanovich underwent vitro fertilization. In a uterus transplant, the fallopian tubes of the donor are part of the transplantation, and it all paid off. On May 18th, 2021, Jovanovich gave birth via a C-section to a healthy baby boy thanks to Urban's uterus. You could have asked me for mine. Dr. Aimee Eyvazzadeh, a reproductive endocrinologist based in San Francisco Bay Area, said, quote, "I predict with our aging population and the rise of infertility, we will need men to share the burden of growing our population. So men, get ready. Transgender females are also good candidates," end quote.
Is that uteri going to come with cramps? That's all I want to know. Because it's their turn, right? It's their turn.
Wait, you just wished cramps on me? Is that
You
what
know,
I
we
just
need
heard?
to understand each other, Al. And the best way to understand each other is empathy,
Shared
right?
experience.
Shared experience.
I think it's promising. My husband wanted this to happen. He would love to have babies.
Would he?
We tried several times.
Yeah.
It never happened.
Yeah.
But I think he'd be loved if this were to happen.
Yeah.
And he would carry it.
Yes.
It
That'd be
takes
awesome.
more than just the uterus to carry a pregnancy, okay? So ovaries have to be part of the mix here. So I don't know if that's going to be possible just with a uterine transplantation.
But you would look cute pregnant, Dino.
I would love
Wouldn't
to
he be
actually,
cute,
like, your
right?
husband
No?
would dream of it, so no.
No.
You don't want to see the glow?
You know what's really interesting to me? Do we think that this is where science is going? That we will be able to overcome health issues that we're not able to overcome before, and people will have the ultimate choice to be able to do what they want.
Yes.
Do you think that that's
it's
coming?
going to get to the point where we can choose if we want a male, female, if we want black hair, dark hair, yellow hair, whatever it is. We'll be able to choose the eye color, etc.
If you have the money to do it.
If you've got the money. No, and this transplant, no insurance covers it. Understand that this is
Right.
all out of pocket 100%.
$200,000 according to the
Cha-ching.
article.
Right.
Just for
Cha-ching.
the-
So if
And
you
that's
can
without
afford it.
anything going wrong, okay?
Yeah.
So,
You know, it's without being a doomsayer. I'm not saying that. I am an all science kind of person. I propel scientific theory. I'm not Tucker Carlson, but I do. It does open doors that worry me because, as I say, can you see our science changing to be able to help so many people that having children, for example, could help. Obviously, the uterus transplant to a bio female is
Right.
obviously clear. And then other possibilities that are mentioned in our story tonight in trans and even potentially men. But it also worries me of where the science may be going, because couldn't that same science find the genetic gene for homosexuality? And people begin to go, well, let's wipe that gene out. Science
That's
comes
scary.
with positives and negatives, and that's one of the things that kind of weighs on me on this story. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBT